Hey everyone, welcome back to the farm. It's Brad with Batchelder Family Farms, and while it's overcast right now and we've had a few really good days, it's getting hot here. The humidity's kicking up, the temperature's going to be high, so I'm trying to get out early, get a bunch of chores done. We have a couple visitors coming. One is a farrier for horses. We're going to definitely get trickies, hooves, trimmed, and bucks. We'll try to get Elsa's. She doesn't usually cooperate. This is a new farrier that was bucks at his old house before he came here. So we're going to see if he can get Elsa's done. We've also had some people reach out to us about our emu Larry and how he doesn't look right. Yes, we know he hobbles along. He's got, I'm guessing, a wry neck, or however you say it. But we have been looking for weeks for a vet in our area that takes care of large birds like emus, and we finally found one. So he's coming out today, and we're going to see what's going on with Larry, and hopefully something that will help us treat him, or maybe different food, or whatever it is we can do to help him out. So stick around today. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you do, at the end of the video, give us that thumbs up. If you haven't yet, subscribe to our channel. We'd really appreciate that, and then ring the notification bell. Let's go see what all we can get done on the farm today. First chore today, you can really see him on Darth, all the flies that are on him. I've got this powder and there's not as many on Doris, and it's been a couple months now, maybe 6 weeks, and I used the vet gun that shoots the darts, keep flies off them on Darth, and I powdered the rest of them. And Darth has flies the worst right now. Doris has had more than this on her, so I've got the powder. I'm going to use the powder on all of them today. I'm going to feed them a bale of our brome hay. I would usually have a bale of hay in here for the cattle, not the horses. I don't want them to overeat. But I'd usually have a bale of hay in here for the cattle, but all of our tractors are in the hayfield right now, so we're feeding square bales, which isn't ideal. It's more expensive. We let them out on grass as much as we can, but our store's open today, and I don't want them roaming around, especially with those horns while we have people here. So I'm going to feed them hay today, and we'll let them out this evening and eat for their evening meal. So this is what I use. It's just the Ytex Python dust. I've already got Doris. See if I can reach over there and get Royal, and then I'll go get these three. See how this goes. Royal's not gonna let me get too close to her. Get Doris some more. Curly, looking good, has been getting brushed out. Good boy, Rocky. Now Darth here is the one that needs it the most, so I'm sure he'll be the most difficult. Is their hay better than your hay, Doris? Royal eating some hay. Woo! I don't know if he caught that, but he kicked at me. That would not have felt good. All right. I know, buddy. I know. You don't like it. There we go. Now he's done. Got everybody but Royal. Farrier's on the way. So we're going to try to get some video of that. I don't know that we'll be able to, but we'll definitely follow up at the end and show you what all he was able to do, if he was able to help Elsa or not. Well, this guy was such a good boy. We've got the final look at his hooves. I don't know if you can tell here, but the farrier took a really good amount off. They look so much better. He's such a good boy. Good job, Tricky. Well, now that we've let these two out, they're not going to hold still for a little bit, but farrier is able to get Buck and Elsa's. We've had Elsa for 6 years now, and she has not yet had her back hoof trimmed, and this farrier is able to get them trimmed. They look so much better. So happy with the job that he did. And Bucks, little mini horses like this are hard sometimes. They're Their hooves can cause him problems. You can tell he's got a little bit of a limp from the trimming probably, but he's got to feel so much better. He definitely will tomorrow. Before the vet gets here for Larry, came down to get chicken eggs. But all of our chickens are still laying, and I don't want to disturb them doing their job. But all of the nests are occupied right now, so I'll come back later and get the chicken eggs, see how many we get. We went through a really bad spell when it was so hot at the end of July and early August. Ladies have started laying again, so very happy about that. We're getting 22 to 28 eggs a day or more. Sometimes depends if it's us, Jenna or I, or the kids that are getting them, but they seem to be back on track. So what's going on with our boy Larry? If you've been following us along, we've had Larry for a few months now. We got him when he was a few weeks old. Shortly after got him, we noticed his legs were, one of his legs was, he walked on it a little bit differently. His neck kind of curved out. And we were told, hey, sometimes they do that. They just need to have this, this, and this in their diet. We gave him all of that. His neck got a little bit better, but not really. And then his leg, his left leg here, and you can really, too far. You can really see how it is turned out compared to the other leg. So that's been causing him some problems, as you can imagine. Well, I had the vet out, and the vet told us he's got a not great vision in his left eye. His neck it's a genetic thing. It's nothing that it wasn't the wrong feed or anything. And his leg, said, is kind of a form of splayed leg. Spikers, what do you want, buddy? But it's a genetic thing as well. So we've got an option here, and we're gonna give it a try here in the next week. We're gonna create our own splint for our boy Larry here. Want some of that food, buddy? Here, let's give Brick some over here so he stays away from you. I know. I'm sorry, buddy. He's really calmed down, though. But his right about there, where my hand was, is where his neck turns out. And he said it's also a form of wry neck, but it's something that he's born with, and probably won't fix itself, but he'll be able to function okay. And you can tell his eye here doesn't have great vision, but if I go on the other side, you can see my hand right away. So, his leg that's turned out. There are some vets we could take him to, and they would put hardware in him and would possibly fix it. But the problem is that he's got this bad vision, and he runs into stuff occasionally. And the vet's concern was that he would break the hardware. So the vet suggested that we take some PVC pipe, put some padding in it, and create our own little splint. Luckily, my wife, Jenna, has been an ortho her whole professional life and has created hundreds of splints. So we're going to try to create our own custom splint to put Larry in. We're not going to do it today. I will probably update. We won't finish that today. I'm going to include that in the video. I'm trying to get some video of him walking around. You can see it's almost turned completely backwards. The vet was able to turn it around and face it forward, so he said there's plenty of movement. It's just not, you punk, get out of there, Spike, come here. It's just not set up how it's supposed to be. His body, the ligaments are just strained and they can't hold it in place. So by creating the splint, we can hopefully get it turned around, let the ligaments grow, use the PVC to hold everything in place. And it may not fix it completely, but give him a much better life and let those ligaments grow back nice and strong. And then if it ever comes back, we can always put the splint back on to restructure it, because those ligaments could get tired, could get sore, and they could flip back out. So if that works, it should be not the best solution, but a good enough solution. Dude, you are, could have just said on you. About the best solution that we can have to give him the best quality life that we can, and that's all we're hoping for. You don't want it out of here? There you go. What we feed him is just the Missouri adult emu food until he lost his spots or stripes. We fed him the starter. So the vet said that's exactly what we should be doing. We fed him kale. We fed him lots of dandelions. Whenever we had him, we tried to feed him everything how we were supposed to. So the vet really didn't think it was anything nutritional. Okay, we've got Jenna here. We're going to, she's going to go over the splint for Larry. So I'm going to flip this around here and kind of let her talk to you about what we're doing, or what she's doing. I'm just recording.
Come out the other day because I was really worried about Larry. Turns out his hip isn't dislocated, but he has a ligament tear in his knee. I was worried he couldn't see, and that's true too. He has a visual impairment, which is why he keeps running into things. And the vet suggested making a splint to protect his lateral ligament. So that's what we're going to do today with a little PVC pipe and some surgical supplies from the operating room.
So what's this going to look like?
This is going to be kind of set lateral here so his leg can't turn back out. This will be padded on the inside, and then I'll use Coban to secure it.
So will his knee be able to bend at all?
No, they won't be able to for like 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, it'll be off before Halloween.
He's gonna hate it. Stop choosing violence.
Let him go.
Let him go for a second. Larry!
Well, shoot.
Yeah, it's not turning it back in enough. And he's not putting any pressure on it.
Poor guy.
I'm gonna have to take it off.
He's gonna love that. Well, let's get Spike out of here before we take it off. So, what are we gonna do?
I'm either gonna try to make a smaller one just at the joint, a little higher, and see if I can turn his leg in more. If not, Dr. Bach may have to come out and help me cast it. I'm sorry, Larry.
All right, we're getting ready to try round 2. Jenna's
Trying to calm him down. I'm so sorry, Larry.
He's not a happy camper.
No, I know. Understandable.
Bad news is he's gotten just where he's been coming up to us so well and eating out of our hands, and he's not going to be happy with us.
You're going to keep your distance for a couple days after this, I think.
All right, let's see what we can do. Well, kind of our last shot here. So on this upper part, this goes on the back part of his leg. So Jenna's thinking that when we had it straight across, it was causing pressure. Every time we'd walk, it would hit the upper part of his leg. So we cut it down at an angle. So when he walks, hopefully the only part that's hitting him is the foam and not the PVC. And if this doesn't work, then calling the vet back in, see when we can get him out here and try to put an actual cast on him. Unfortunately, none of the braces worked, so we're gonna have to call the vet, seeing about getting an actual cast. Jenna got it on, it just wasn't able to keep his legs straight. It kept going backwards, and I mean, you can tell this one closest to us is pointing where it should be, the other one's pointing away, and he just does not have good balance on it, poor guy. So we'll keep trying, get the vet back out here, and or at least give the vet a call and see what our next steps options are. Sorry, buddy.
That means crazy.
Well, thanks for following along with our video. I know it was over a few days. Definitely have to get the vet back out so we can hopefully get something. You can tell Larry's wobbling. Jenna's going to try one more thing, another trick up her sleeve, but if that doesn't work, the vet will come back out and whatever needs to be done to hopefully get that leg straightened out, we'll be able to do it. But hope you enjoyed today's video. Hope you all stay well, and